looks like 24-0. My number
Looks
one
like we're
game
not
of the week.
losing the house, folks.
Yeah, we can live here for a couple more years, I guess. Here, okay.
You just got chucked.
All right. We're back. And we're live. Season 1, Episode 2 of Chucked. Corey and Chuck here. All I'd like to start off by saying is thank you for our followers and our viewers. Shout out Kyle Woolman, right? Our guy, he's our number 1 fan right now.
Oh, Woolman, yeah.
Yeah.
Woolman, yeah. He's
Statistics do show that he is our number 1 fan.
yeah.
So everyone else, step it up.
Well, he deserves to be number 1. He's slowly becoming a very, very big fan of Bill Russell, but we'll leave that alone.
All right, we'll leave that alone. So we're going to focus on 3 main topics on Season 2. Number 1, we're going to focus on the Super Bowl. 2, we're going to do the greatest golfer of all time, kind of switch things up. And then number 3, we're going to dive into Chuck's past and figure out how many rings he has. So question number 1, Chuck, for you. Who will win the Super Bowl this year, or who has the best chance to win the Super Bowl this year?
Obviously, that's tough when people pick who's going to win the Super Bowl, and there's 6 or 7 good teams that have a shot at it. Okay, I could give any one of those 6 or 7, and who knows with injuries. Okay, but let's answer the question, and let's just this is based on the fact that all these teams continue to stay healthy, and there aren't any injuries. Clearly, I'm going to sit there and say it's going to come from the NFC. The AFC is struggling a little bit. Okay, obviously Kansas City is struggling. The Bills still a little bit unknown commodity. Baltimore's been up and down a little bit. Okay, Buffalo, whatever. Okay, I'm going to go with and I know I'm people listening to this are going to think that because I'm from Boston. Okay, clearly. I gotta go with the Bucks.
The Bucks?
I gotta go with the Bucks. If everybody remains healthy, I think the Bucks are gonna do it.
I would disagree with that.
I mean, they're playing better early in the year this year than they did last year. Okay, I know Brady's throwing a lot of touchdown passes and some yardage. He's been off. He hasn't been as accurate. Anyone that's been watching his games, he's been overthrowing a few people. His percentage of completions haven't been that great. But they've been missing Gronk. They've been missing Brown. Okay. The Rams are tough. Arizona's tough. We saw Green Bay. What happened there against Murray?
I think the Rams are a powerhouse. I would take the Rams. I think they have the best chance.
I don't think anybody. If someone said Green Bay, then someone said Green Bay, Arizona. Somebody said, I'm gonna, Arizona's had the best record. Okay, but they haven't got some wins over any kind of great teams. They were kind of exposed a little bit. I haven't seen a lot of Murray live. He kind of disappointed me a little bit. He had guys dropping passes the other night. Again, I'm going to answer your question here because I'm beating around the bush here.
You are, because
I'm going with Tampa.
Georgia and Florida is on, and he's been watching that the whole time. And he said drop the house on Georgia, right?
Yeah, I did drop the house on Georgia, and I'm looking over there right now.
Dropped it.
It's in the first half. I'm trying to look and see what the score is.
We might not even have a house after this, right?
I'm not sure. I think I took them at 13.5, 14 points. I know that they've struggled as we're looking at it right now. They missed a field goal early on. I will say this: I'm very, very disappointed in their passing attack, Georgia's passing attack.
a final decision on who has the best chance on the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I think that their offense is just as good as any other offense. Their defense is picking up some momentum. They've got experience. Dallas hasn't proven. Dallas has got a good record, but they haven't proven. You know, like I say, this instant gratification that we talked about last week. Okay, good. So they've got one loss. Let's see where they go from here. Okay, you know, Arizona. Okay, there's 5 teams. I mean, you got Dallas, you got Arizona, you got the Rams, you got Tampa Bay, and you got Green Bay. They've all got good records. They've all got one loss. Okay, but the only one that Tampa Bay is the only team that's really proven. Okay, what they did last year. So I'm going with Tampa Bay. I think their defense is going to get better. I think their offense is going to get better, and I think they're just going to get better and better and better. And if they don't have any injuries, let me say this: if Brown and Gronk both come back before the season's over, and they're healthy for the playoffs, I'm going with Tampa Bay number 1. Tampa Bay number 1. And not because I'm from Boston, not because I'm a Brady fan or a Patriots fan, okay? I'm a sports fan. So I'm going with Tampa Bay.
We'll roll with that. Question number 2. We have, who is the greatest golfer of all time? I know you used to talk to Mr. Keeney about this, and you guys had a little bit of a debate, so I thought this would be a hot topic for you.
Actually, I don't think we've had some debates because I know he's a huge Tiger Woods fan, but hands down.
Well, yeah, it's not really a debate. I mean,
I know, but hands down, it's Jack Nicklaus. It's Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus showed some serious consistency. Tiger ultimately could be the greatest golfer of all time. I don't think it with his injuries. I mean, I think his personal problems set him back huge. And ever since he had those personal problems, he didn't do much for a year and a half after that, 2 years. Then he came back, he had a little bit of a stretch there. And then he pulled off a little Jack Nicklaus and won that Masters there a couple years ago. But I think physically, Tiger Woods is done with. If he does come back, he'll be competitive every once in a while. But hands down, Jack Nicklaus. People forget Jack Nicklaus played against some tough competitors. Tough competitors, okay? Gary Player, Arnold Palmer, those guys, okay? Week in and week out.
The game's definitely changed now, though, right? It's almost like the Bill Russell comparison to like a LeBron.
Well, the golf game has changed in the sense that with the equipment, people are hitting the ball longer, okay? And the courses are extremely better. Okay, but again, I'll go back to my original things that I talk about, okay? I mean, nobody, he dominated his era as well as anybody else, okay? And I'll go back to what I say. I mean, it wasn't like he dominated his era and he didn't have a lot of competition. He had some serious competition. I'll say this. This is probably a no-brainer, okay? I would think anybody that's followed golf in the last 40 years, okay, they all had Tiger Woods on course to become the number 1 golfer of all time. Between his personal problems setting him back and now his physical problems, okay, I don't think anybody, maybe there are some young people that never followed Jack Nicklaus and they just automatically go with the younger guy who they've seen. But anybody that seriously watched Jack Nicklaus play and watched Tiger Woods play, it's Jack Nicklaus hands down, and I think that would be 100% with anybody that's followed that game in a period of time.
Right.
And on top of that, Jack Nicklaus was what an incredible man he is, and what a gentleman Jack Nicklaus is. Probably if you take all the sports, all of the sports, I don't care which one it is, Jack Nicklaus would probably be in the top 5. Okay, one of the fiercest competitors ever, but just a decent human being, hands down to Jack.
Wow, I didn't know that. Cheers to Jack. To question 3, which is all about Chuck. How many rings and championships do you have personally in your lifetime?
All about Chuck. Well, this I don't want anything about Chuck. I don't know if
this is all about you.
I mean, I don't know if you're talking about obviously
rings and championships.
Well, obviously I haven't won any. Obviously, I've never played anything professional. Okay, I played college basketball for a couple of years before I got hurt. In high school, I played basketball, football, baseball. We had a decent baseball team. We had a very good basketball team. Didn't win any championships. Okay, football was a very, very good team. We didn't win any championships. All three of our teams were at the top of the league all the time. So I was very happy with my playing. My couple years of playing college ball. Okay, at St. Joe's, I was happy with my performance until I hurt my ear, my knee. But now, what I'm proud of is you talk about rings, coaching. Coaching has been my number one thing, okay? Obviously, if I coach professionally, no. If I coach in college, no. If I coach in high school, I've had 5 kids, girls and boys. I've coached all type of youth, okay? And now I'm going to start bragging here a little bit, okay? Never had a losing season in my life in any sport that I coached. Coached baseball more often than not, number 1. Basketball, number 2. And a little bit of soccer, okay? Used to love to beat those soccer coaches that spent their life playing soccer, okay? Never had a losing season in my life, okay? Baseball, I think there was only 1 year I ever coached baseball that I did not win the championship, and this was coaching teams 3rd through 8th grade. Only 1 year did I not win the baseball championship, whatever league I was in. Basketball, I know one of my older daughters, okay, we won 4 championships. I coached her for 5 years. We won all 5 championships. In basketball, okay, great teams. Either won it or went to the finals. Baseball, again, baseball just never lost. Never lost. Lost one. So I don't know. I've got I don't know, 8, 9, 10. Wait, I'm
8, 9, 10 double digits.
I don't know. My daughter goes back. Okay, if I coach maybe 18 different teams, I'm gonna sit there and say at least 12 of my teams won championships. Okay,
Wow.
and others we're always very competitive. Okay, love coaching. If I had to do something over again, I would have stayed in coaching for the rest of my life. My biggest regret, okay, was not coaching actually professional baseball. I'm very disappointed in the managers today. We've talked about this before, but no, very proud of my coaching, and had tons and tons of great kids who all listened. And let me just throw a little blurb from here that there's a nice Patriots game tomorrow. They're playing the Chargers.
Oh, is this your hot take?
Oh no, the Patriots are playing the Chargers at 4:20 tomorrow. They're on TV.
4:20.
So 4:20. So anybody that from the South Shore, they should be paying attention here because Joseph Garziano from Situate, Massachusetts, okay, who played for me in basketball, okay, for 3 years, okay, one of the nicest kids I ever coached in my life. I got to throw it out to him, okay. Nobody, he has to be in the top 2 or 3 all-time kids I coached. That I gave him a game plan to do, follow this. Nobody followed instructions like he did. Okay,
Wait a second.
Was he a great?
If I'm not mistaken, you beat him in a push-up contest. When was that? Last summer?
No, I think about 2 or 3 summers ago.
2 or 3 summers ago.
In the
This guy right here.
In the backyard, we had a little bit of a push-up contest late at night. Okay, my push-ups were not all the way down and full. But let's leave that alone.
Wait. How many push-ups do you think you could do right now?
How many push-ups could I do right now? Probably 50.
Let's see.
Let's
see.
No.
Let's see how many push-ups you can do.
No, what you want to see? Well, actually, I got to take that back. Okay, you know I had a little physical ailment recently, right?
Okay, so
I've been running. I've lost like 40 pounds in the last.
Could you do 20?
I could do 20 push-ups on a heartbeat. You want me to do 20 push-ups
let's
on a
do
heartbeat?
20.
I'll do 20 push-ups on a heartbeat. Okay, we'll get them over.
3, set, go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
We're live. We're live.
Oh, we're back live here. Okay. I did my push-ups and I glanced over the TV. Georgia 17-0.
Let's go, Georgia.
Georgia 17-0. I know. Last week I told everybody that Colorado hockey.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, a little bit push. I gave Colorado that hockey game last week. Then I gave you that parlay a couple days later. So I was actually 0 for 2. But those were my 1 or 2 stars. Obviously, my 5-star was Georgia today. Told everybody to triple up 10 times over. 17-0 at halftime. We're looking good there. Okay.
All right, we're looking good. Are we good with the Joey guys story?
Just great athlete.
Yeah.
We all know what he did at Xaverian. We all know what he did at
But
Northwestern.
you're throwing down on the Pats big time. You said.
We'll get into that later.
Okay, we'll get into that later. So what I wanted to go over was that was the hot take, and then your couple of other bets that you were going to take tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the top bet of the day. I said last week I gave 4 teams on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave the Bills at 14, the Bengals at -11. I think I gave the Rams at 14, 15, and I think I gave Tampa Bay. Okay, so everybody's got those bets. Okay,
Bills.
Bengals, the Rams, and Tampa Bay. I'm looking for 3 or 4 of those to win, and 2 additional bets to add to this. I think anyone listening to this, they probably might not get it. The Warriors tonight.
Warriors tonight.
The Warriors are favored by, I think, 10 points tonight.
Take them by 10.
Yeah, take them. Take the Warriors tonight. And then tomorrow, get all over Kansas City over the Giants.
KC over Giants.
Yeah, Kansas City over the Giants. Okay, I mean Kansas City's 3-4. They can ill afford to go 3-5. They have to win tomorrow. Mahomes has taken a lot of leadership and responsibility for what's gone wrong there. So I'm looking for Kansas City to seriously cover.
All right.
And do not be shocked. Do not be shocked if the Patriots put up 30-plus points against the Chargers.
Wow.
If their defense can hold up, I'm looking for the Patriots to put up 30-plus points against the Chargers tomorrow. If their defense can play tough, they'll win an easy game. But that Chargers are capable of putting up some points. But I'm looking for the Patriots to probably have. I'm looking for their quarterback to have his best day this year throwing the ball downfield. He's going to complete.
Mac?
Yeah, he's going to throw it. He's going to complete.
Go. Shout out Mac Jones.
Yeah, Mac Jones. He's going to complete at least 3 passes downfield for over 20 yards. At least 3, which he hasn't done. So
He's a beauty.
he's there. So what do we got next?
All right, so we'll give you a little bit of a breather right now because what we're going to do, similar to the 5-minute ramble, I told you this, we're going to do the one-word answer.
Well, you want me to do 100 sit-ups?
No, I don't want that.
Okay,
I don't want
all
to see
right.
that.
Okay, all right.
I really don't want to see that.
Okay, all right.
Similar to the 5-minute ramble, we're going to do the one-word answer, which is going to be tough for you because all you can do is answer with one word. So I'm going to say a player's word, name, coach's name, team, anybody from sports, and you say right off the bat what you feel. All right? So I'm going to give a countdown, and then I'm going to list off the names. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Terry Francona.
Terry Francona. Great.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta work on the vocab, but Kyrie Irving.
Selfish.
Ooh,
Selfish.
okay, so Bobby Knight.
That's tough because I love the guy. He gives me one word.
Yeah, one word.
I mean, I just love the guy. Arrogant.
Oh, wow. Chris
But
Sale.
that could be a positive. That's a positive as far as I'm concerned.
Chris Sale.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. Okay. Peyton Manning.
Full of it.
Oh, wow. Johnny Damon.
Lovable.
Wow. That's a good one. Jackie Robinson.
I hate that there's no one word that can describe him. There's so many good things to say about him.
I know it's tough.
He's I mean, I can just, oh man, no one loves this guy more than I did. And what he did for stuff, just tremendous.
They have Lamar Jackson.
Sketchy.
Wow, that's a weird one. Pete Carroll.
Met him when he was coaching the Patriots. Took my family down to Puerto Rico. He flew down with us. He was on the plane with us. Sure enough, 7 hours later, we're on the beach down there with him. On his first or second year with the Patriots over there. Pete Carroll. Misunderstood.
Okay, I like that. Kevin Garnett.
Genuine.
Okay.
Whichever way you put it.
Picking up the vocab. Derek Jeter. I know this one's tough too.
I got to be very careful here. My son worked for him down there when he went down to the Marlins there. Kyle went down there to work for him right before COVID. The college.
Yeah, you can expand on
I've met him. I've met him at Davio's in Boston on a few occasions. He was there one night when I got there were 9 Yankees there, and we got 8 Yankees to get on the phone and call back home for a little league sleepover. Derek Jeter, let me just Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. All right, and last but not least, Bill Belichick.
Whew. Oh boy. Bill Belichick. I mean, I know everybody, honestly, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. On anyone's list, he's in the top 3. Most people, number 1, top 3. Lousy personality.
Lousy personality. Wow, I love that one. So what I'm actually going to end it with is the people's question. We have a question from the people. They would like to know what your drink of choice is when you go out.
Well, what I like is that I just see an interception right now. It looks like my Georgia team, as we speak, are going to go up 24 to nothing. My 5-star of the week. I hope everybody puts some money on this baby here.
Bang, bang.
20 looks like 24 to nothing. My number
Looks
one
like we're
game
not
of the week.
losing the house, folks.
Yeah, we can live here for a couple more years, I guess. Here, okay. I told everybody, if anybody bet that collar or that parlay, triple up, double up, triple up, 10 times, whatever. Here we go, 24. There we go. It's their defense. It's their defense. Their offense is not as strong as they thought it was. Matter of fact, Alabama's offense is better than Georgia's offense easily. Yeah, Alabama's got much better offense than Georgia, but Georgia's defense is 3 times better than Alabama's. It's going to come down to Georgia and Alabama, but that's off subject here.
Georgia, Alabama.
That's off subject. Okay, you know.
Just the last question that we have is, what's your drink of choice? Also, like what you're drinking now.
What's my drink of choice?
Yeah.
Well, I only drink one drink. I only drink one drink.
One drink.
Whether I'm home, whether I'm out at a restaurant, I don't drink wine. Wine is for girls.
Okay.
When I grew up, wine was for girls. Nice little girl. It's a nice little girly drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Especially the white wine.
You don't drink coffee. I'm drinking coffee.
Never had a cup of coffee in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a cup of coffee in my life. My only drink is the Absolute vodka and grapefruit. Absolute vodka and grapefruit. Okay. If you don't get Absolute, I walk. If you haven't got grapefruit, I walk. That's the only drink I have. If it's not there, I drink a ginger ale. A ginger ale. Okay. You know, people go out there and they have a couple glasses of wine, they have a couple of beers, then they go have a martini. Then they wonder why they're passed out at 1 o'clock. Then they're doing shots. Their stomach is twirling all over the place. Okay, putting 5 different kind of drinks in themselves. Absolute and grapefruit.
Banged up.
Absolute and grapefruit.
Hey,
okay?
cheers.
Well, let me ask you this now.
Season 1 episode. You got a question for me?
Cheers. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Okay.
one of the big reasons I'm interested in doing this, okay, is because I'm hoping, not for any kind of fame or anything else like that. Okay, I love it. I enjoy it. I hope next year we got 2 million people watching this. Okay. At some point in time, I gotta sit down with Stephen Smith.
Yes.
Stephen Smith.
Hondo P.
Because a lot of people that listened to this last week, okay, for some reason, they just don't understand, okay, that I was never ever knocking Stephen Smith as a human being. I think if people look at what I said when this guy puts his pants on in the morning, he is the most decent human being in the world. And he wishes everybody friggin' well, okay? But he's a friggin' entertainer. He's an entertainer, okay? He could never sit down and interview Bill Belichick. He can't do an interview with anybody, okay? He just, controversy, okay? But...
So your main goal, Stephen A. Smith.
You know why? Because I actually think I would bring out the best in Stephen Smith.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I think if he was, you know why? He would start doing a lot of studying. He would do a lot of studying, okay? He'd want to be up to date on sports, okay? And shouts out to a few people after last week asked me who would appreciate last week, okay? Because we touched upon a lot of things.
Old school.
We touched a lot of things in the 60s and the 70s. We were talking about, the dink and dank offense with the Pats, okay? And by the way, I'll get back to it again. That dink and dank offense, like I said last week, the object of the goal is to put the ball into the goddamn end zone, okay? What you're going to do, they're going to dink and dank. They're going to dink and dank and dink and dank, and their offense is going to get better and better and better and better.
Colin May,
okay?
Kevin.
And I was given the analogy of way back in the 60s when Vince Lombardi coached the Packers with Paul Hornung and Jimmy Taylor, and after that it was actually Jim Jabowski and Jim Jabowski and Donnie Anderson took over after that, and he said, hey, let's run the ball off tackle 4 or 5 yards. If they're not going to stop us, let's just keep doing it. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't touch upon the Celtics here today. Okay, because I know we could. Well, the Celtics. Okay, I got to give kudos to the new coach because the Celtics are back to their old tricks. They're playing the same kind of ball they played under Stevens, which was crappy defense, roaming defense, okay, and shooting the goddamn threes, okay, living the threes, okay. The name of the ball game is take the ball to the goddamn hoop, okay. This coach wants them to do the right thing, but they're not listening. Okay? And I'm not sure that at this point in time, that Tatum and Brown, I'm not sure if they're more interested in their results, in the big contracts versus winning. Okay, I don't
That's
think.
why I love Marcus Smart.
I don't think. Well, Marcus Smart. Okay, I love the guy. I love his defense.
He's grit.
But
That's what he is.
But he could never play
hard
for me.
grit.
Wait, Marcus Smart, put it down here. Marcus Smart should never take a 3-point shot. But here's what's going to happen. His stats are deceiving because he'll go 1 for 9, 2 for 8, 1 for 7, and then he'll go out one day and go 7 for 8. And all of a sudden, he's like a 35% 3-point shooter. No, he's a 35% free throw. He's a 15% shooter, 7 out of 8 out of 10 games. Okay, then he goes out and he has a couple of decent games and it screws it. Okay, he's not consistent. Okay, the guy should never. This is going to have a lot to do with this coach. Okay, if this coach has any cannolis, he'd pull Marcus Smart aside and sit there and say, I used the analogy before. Do you think Bill Russell would ever take a 3-point shot?
No.
Do you think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would ever take a 3-point shot?
No.
Okay, right. Marcus Smart is no different than them. He's not a 3-point shooter. Now, granted, if he goes out there and if he shoots enough 3-point shots every game, okay, I could go out there right now. I go out in my backyard, okay, and I could get hot for one game, and I could shoot 8 out of 9, 9 out of 10, whatever, okay?
Well, yeah, we shot free throws the other day.
3 throws the other day, but so I touched upon that, okay? Let's pay very close attention to the Celtics because the Celtics are very, very close to falling apart. Okay, because if they continue this lousy defense and the inability to take the ball to the hoop, these teams are taking them to the hoop.
The Celtics are going down, Patriots are going up.
Yeah, the Celtics are going down and the Patriots are going up. I'm going to say it again, all right? You watch this. That offense tomorrow with the Pats are going to put up 30-plus points. See you next week.
Let's go.
Next week.
You just got chucked.
You just got chucked. You just got chucked.